What's up guys, Ryan here from Mud Gunner, and today we're going to be talking about my 7.62x39 platforms. Not every one I have, but kind of the main different ones I have, so different platforms like gun-wise. So I do have multiple AKs, but what we have here on the couch are not all AKs. So I figured we could talk about that, and then on a side note, I've talked about this for a little bit recently, we are going to talk about the Gundies. I was nominated for Breakout Creator of the Year, which is up-and-coming YouTube channels, and I'm very honored that I was nominated for that. On another side note, we are less than 200 subscribers away from 100,000 subscribers. That is awesome. My goal at the beginning of the year, my New Year's resolution, was to hit 100K this year. And as of right now, unless we have a really bad month, we should hit it in the next 2 days. So I really want to thank you guys for all the support, helping me hit 100,000. I want to thank you guys for the nomination for the Gundies. And it's just been a really great year, and I'm very appreciative of it. With that being said, I do still need your support to win the Gundies because you do need to get votes in order to win. There are a lot of great content creators on there, and I've been voting too on all the categories. There's like 19 categories. You don't have to vote in every category if you don't want to, but if you would at least vote for me in my category, that'd be awesome. So I'm in Breakout Creator of the Year. If you use the link down in the description below and you vote with that link in any category, I get extra votes in those categories. So if you vote for me in Breakout Creator, I get an extra vote too, and then along with any other ones that you vote for. And I've been voting for a lot of the creators that I follow. We also have a lot of great Arizona creators on there too. I'm going to quickly name a few. So we have 1911 Syndicate, which is specifically Chris. Jake lives in Utah. We have Administrative Results. We have Shooter Daniela. We have Forgotten Weapons. There's probably others I'm forgetting, but yeah, some awesome Arizona content creators. We also have my friends over in Slovenia, Polinar Tactical. They were a really cool, they're still a big channel, but when I first got into YouTube, they were so nice to me, and I really appreciated, you know, people that I looked up to that were extremely nice in person, because you don't always get that with people you look up to. But yeah, so there's some categories where it's like I know multiple people, and it's like, I want to vote for both you guys, but give me those extra votes and I will. We'll leave it at that with the Gundies, but if you use my link down below, I get extra votes, and I really appreciate it. So the voting is until December 15th, and you get a vote every single day until then. We will talk about guns now. So I want to talk about 7.62x39. That is the traditional round of the AK-47, and it's a great round. I like it. Here's an AK right here. This is my Russian Sega, and unfortunately we don't really get Russian AKs anymore because of the whole Ukraine conflict, but it's still a great AK. I've had this one for years now. I have an early video of this, shooting it against my VZ58. So that is like a 6-year-old video at this point, time flies, but it was a fun video. We compared these two together, and then we compared an Egyptian Mahdi AK next to my bone stock wood VZ58, and it was a cool video. I should do a revamp of that because it's been a while. But yeah, I really like the AK. It is probably, well, it is the most iconic 7.62x39 platform. Let's be honest. This is not the best one in the world, or I'm not going to say it's the best one in the world, but it's probably the most world-renowned 7.62x39. So AK is top dog as far as winners goes, but there are other great platforms as well, like the VZ58. This one's cool. It's from the Czech Republic. Well, this one's American-made, but the original VZ58 is from the Czech Republic. And what's cool about it is no part of it interchanges with an AK. It's its own proprietary platform, and it's very cool. The magazines are nice. It's basically a rounded AK. It's lighter. It's very soft shooting. Again, go watch that video I posted like 6 years ago of it, and it's a cool platform. I really like it. This one's got a red dot. It's an old Primary Arms red dot. It's got a side folding stock. And yeah, just a fun platform, much lighter than an AK, and it shoots, in my opinion, just as good. I like the way the mags rock in a little bit better too. They just snap in place so nicely. So VZ58's awesome. The AK is always gonna have a spot in my heart, and probably a spot in your guys' hearts too though. And yeah, the Russian Sega is cool. This one I bought at a time when they were very cheap, like sub $1,000. There was a time like that for a lot of guns. Other stuff not so much, but yeah, AKs were really cheap about 6 years ago, before COVID, before the Russian conflict. I want to say 6 or 7 years ago, they were pretty cheap. You can get almost all the countries. Obviously, Chinese AKs were still expensive, but not as expensive as they are now. This one has a Midwest Industries rail. It's got an Aimpoint H1. It's got this Fab Defense stock, Tango Down or US Palm Grip, and it's a fun AK. Is it the best for all attachments? No. Adding a light to this is weird because I don't have all the front end space unless I added some other type of rail. I do have a Magpul sling on here, but it shoots nice. I really like it. Next up, we are going to talk about probably my current favorite 7.62x39 platform, and that is the IWI Galil. So the Israeli Galil. The old ones, they did in 7.62x39 as well, I believe. I have a 5.56 one, like an old IMI Galil. and you guys will see a video of that here in the next week, which is awesome. But yeah, the IWI Galil is sweet. It's basically the upgraded AK in my opinion. This is what an AK should be nowadays as far as like an updated one. Kind of like how the M4 is the updated, you know, old M16 or the old Colt SP1, stuff like that. This is that to the AK. You have, they did a quad rail, you have the M-LOK rail here, and you can add everything on it without it messing with your gas system, because anything like this, like if you're taking the tubes off, anything like that, it's just kind of a pain. You're limited on space, but this, it's as far as you get the rail made basically. And there's like internal piston systems that you can update on the Galil now and the AK. Trigger systems, this has one of the lightest ALG triggers I've shot. I like the charging handle on the left side versus the right side, and it's kind of cool. So the dust cover right here, you'll see when I rack this, this moves to keep all the dust from going in there or whatever environment you might be in, but it's just a very cool, unique system. You have a built-in top rail, and it's very accurate. I like it. I also have this one set up to be ran suppressed, and I actually am gonna do a different suppressor on here. I bought a B&T, it's the RBS Compact. It's a Surefire mounting system suppressor though. So it's a black flow-through suppressor, and it's 762 by 39, or a 762 in general, not just by 39, but I'm gonna put that one on there. I put my RC 762 Mini on here just for the video. But yeah, I got an Atlas bipod, vertical grip, and I basically have this set up to be my Galil RPK. So with a drum mag, and I did a video on this gun a few months ago, it was demonetized, so anything that gets demonetized does not get a lot of views, unfortunately. But you should go check it out. I have a whole demonetized playlist, and there's some good videos in there. But I did a video specifically on this as my own Galil RPK, and it's a great little RPK setup. With a 16-inch barrel suppressor, it's got a side folding stock, AR stock right here too, so side folding adapter for the stock, which probably not gonna use that much, but it's a very soft shooting platform. It's comfortable. I do have a Holosun laser on here, which it's very bright. It's accurate during the day. I haven't done any low light shooting with it. I have that on a pressure pad with my Surefire light here, so I do have a light, much easier to put on there than the AK. So as of right now, I gotta say this is probably my favorite platform. It is also significantly heavier than that AK and then the other two setups on the couch here. But let me show you what it's supposed to be an updated version of, because I do have this. You probably see the front sight post right here, but I have my Meridian Defense Apocalypse War RPK. This one's cool, and I wanted this in the video even though it's just a bigger version of the AK. Like all these platforms are completely different, but this is just the big version of that. RPK in general has always been a dream gun, and I'm excited with this one. Basically the only thing I'm gonna do left, I'm gonna add a Midwest Industries rail and then an L-can. We got a pretty salty L-can at the store I work at. It's a 1.5 to 6, but it's gonna look really sweet on here. So I should have that hopefully in a few months. Everything takes time, unfortunately, but that is the plan for this one. And I just wanted to show you what an actual RPK looks like versus my personal RPK. Size-wise, about the same with the suppressor, and probably about the same weight. But I've also done a video on this, just my first impression video when we took it out to the range. But very cool setup, and I'm excited to get more rounds through it. So we'll put this right here. And then we talked about the VZ58. Again, that is the lightest setup on the couch. Like this thing weighs nothing. I know you can change the handguards on this. The downside is there's not too many VZ58s out there, so parts for them are probably gonna be a little bit tougher. I haven't looked into all the manufacturers of parts, so I know there's probably some out there, but realistically, this is not as common of a platform, so probably not as much aftermarket support. You have a lot for the Galil, a lot for the AK, and a lot for the AR, which we'll talk about next. This is my CMMG. It's got a lot of names. It's the Mark 47, it's the Banshee, it's the, what else do they call this? Mutant, that's what I was trying to say. So it's stamped Mark 47 on this side, it's stamped Banshee on this side, but then I always knew it as the Mutant, and I think they used it as the Mutant in video games as well. But it's a 7.62 by 39 AR-15. So, and what's cool about CMMG specifically is it takes AK mags. I'm not a fan of the ones that takes like the C product AR style mags where you use a standard AR lower. And the reason why I'm not a fan of it is not because I've shot one and it sucks. It's because I don't want to buy a specific AR 7.62 by 39 mag. I like that it takes AK mags and it just rocks in like a standard AK. It's got the paddle release and it's awesome. So I like that. As far as gun goes, this is a 12.5 inch AR and it shoots pretty nice. I don't know if I did a standalone video on this, but I definitely did a video of this next to that. I think it was in my suppressed 7.62 by 39 video versus 300 blackout. That should be in my suppressed playlist. But yes, I do like it. I believe, I'm trying to remember if this one ran good suppress. 7.62 by 39 does not make a good subsonic suppressor host, in my opinion, just from what I ran with those. But the gun is cool, unsuppressed, it runs really reliably. I do have my dead air Sam NS suppressor on here. I think with supersonic ammo, they both ran pretty good, but the subs were not the greatest. I changed the optic from the video. This now has a hollow sun. This is the AEMS. The one that was on it before was like a 403C or 403B, I forget, but it's a cool setup and I like it. I'm actually going to be getting a Colt AR 7.62 by 39 here soon as well. That one also takes AK mags, and yeah, I do like the 7.62 by 39 calibers. I like the platform. I don't mind buying different guns. Ideally, I want them all to take the same mag. As far as other cool platforms goes, I've shot a Bren in 7.62 by 39 before. My buddy Mason, who's been on the channel a few times, he has one. We did a AR 500 armor shoot years ago, and he shot that with his Bren in 7.62 by 39. It's cool. It just takes its own proprietary mag. So not a fan of that. I do have the Bren in 5.56. I like 5.56 Brens, but yeah, other 7.62 by 39 platforms, I'm trying to think. Let me know, is there any other decent 7.62 by 39 platforms? I know CMMG now has the, what is it called? The Descent. I haven't shot that one yet. I don't know how different it is from this, but yeah, there's probably other good options out there as well. But I really like the options I have here, and I'm excited to share them with you. So thank you guys for watching. Again, if you use the link down below in the description, you can vote for me and I get extra votes for the Gundies, and I am in the category Breakout Creator of the Year. So thank you guys, and stay tuned for my next video.